There's only one thing better than a 90-second keto cookie. Guess what it is? Welcome to the Keto Baking Mechanic, where we create, tweak, and enhance keto and low-carb breads and baked goods, including keto low-carb sourdough, my obsession and my business. Hi, I'm Sheri Mack. I'm 64 years old, and I lost over 70 pounds 15 years ago doing a flexible keto lifestyle, not a diet. So, guess what else? Oh, I'm so excited. I just launched my YouTube store, my line of keto dehydrated sourdough starters and the keto sourdough masterclass. They're all available in the YouTube store because of you, the subscriber. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's because of your subscribing that I was able to launch the store, and I really appreciate it. So guess what's better than a 90-second keto cookie? How about a 90-second keto oat-free chocolate chip oatmeal cookie? Oh, is that possible? How do you get an oatmeal cookie with no oats? Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with our wet ingredients. 1 egg. Just add that to the bowl. Next, we're going to add our vanilla extract. It's optional. You can use any extract you like. Before I add the dry ingredients, I am going to blend in the brown sugar sweetener. This is Swerve. You can use whatever one you like, but I like to break it up with the egg first before I add the other ingredients, because that way it gets dispersed more evenly through the dough. And next we're going to add our main ingredient. This is so incredible. These are hemp hearts, which are shelled hemp seeds. They are super high in protein. They're also really high in healthy fats, and they have the texture of oatmeal without the carbs. So this whole cookie done with the hemp hearts comes to 1.5 net carbs per cookie and 13 grams of protein, all because of the hemp hearts, the seeds, and we're also going to use some bovine gelatin, aka beef gelatin. So we're just going to add the hemp hearts to our bowl. And next I'm going to add our beef gelatin. So beef gelatin, aka bovine gelatin, is actually quite expensive, but you can substitute this with regular good old gelatin that you can get in your grocery store. But there's a cost and a payoff to that. So this beef gelatin adds chewiness to the cookies that resemble oatmeal. It's also high in protein, as I mentioned. And the third thing is it gives the dough structure. The regular gelatin that you get in the store, like Knox, will give the cookies a chewiness, but they're not going to give the cookies as much structure. So what you'll have to do is one of two things. So when you're using the regular gelatin, after you mix all of the dough ingredients, you're going to put the dough in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, because the regular gelatin doesn't coagulate the ingredients into a dough. So you need that cooler temperature with that kind of gelatin to pull it all together, whereas you don't have to do that as much with the bovine or beef gelatin. It becomes thicker a lot quicker. Okay, we're also going to add double-acting zero-carb baking powder. Now, if you're choosing to do these cookies in a small convection oven, a toaster oven, or an air fryer, you're going to use less of the baking powder. The reason is baking powder plus slow heat gives you lots of oven strength. So what will happen is if you use the same amount of baking powder in one of those other units, like the convection oven, with a slow bake, what's going to happen is the cookies are going to be a lot denser and have more of a cake-like texture rather than a chewy texture. So we're going to cut back on the baking powder if you're going to use one of those other units. And you'll need to add some xanthan gum, which is going to really give you that binding quickly. If you don't want to use the xanthan gum, you're going to let this sit out for about 15 minutes so that the hemp hearts absorb, like I said, absorb the liquid from the egg, pulling the dough together to give the cookies more structure. And lastly, I'm going to add the chocolate chips. I'm only going to do about 1/4 cup of the chocolate chips because I want to add some to the top as well. Okay, so you can see how the dough is really thickened. Look at this. This is what you want with the xanthan gum to get these cookies done quickly. Okay, so I'm going to divide the dough into 3. You could actually do 2 humongous cookies if you like, with a few more carbs, but it actually can make 3 cookies. So I'm just going to add a few more chocolate chips to the top. Okay, so we have the chocolate chips added. Next and lastly, this is optional. I like to put a little bit of my Malden flaky sea salt because the sea salt really draws out the chocolatey flavor from the sugar-free chocolate chips. Okay, let's check out these babies. Oh, look at those. So delicious. Okay, so let's check out these 90-second keto oat-free chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. I've already started one, as you can see. And be sure to check out the playlist, Single Servings, where I've got a lot of these different 90-second recipes for you. So, the texture is incredible. It's just like oatmeal. Lots of chocolatey flavor being offset by the saltiness, which enhances that chocolatey flavor. Oh, chewy. I swear you're going to believe you're eating oatmeal.